A mother caring for her child, more often than not, she's not doing it based on what other people think of her, but she herself would probably lose her mind if she were to kill her child. Let's say accidentally, because she didn't care for him and the baby accidentally got burned in a fire because she was busy on her phone. This would traumatize her for life, right? Of course, some mothers are doing it for the sake of God and they're sincere, but almost for sure, most mothers alive today are doing it because they have a perception of themselves. They would feel absolutely terrible about themselves if they didn't do that. And if they do take care of their child very well, it makes them feel amazing about themselves and what kind of mother they are. They have a real perception of themselves as what kind of mother I should be. And they think I should be a good mother, I should be a caring mother. All of these different things which need to align with their actions if they're going to continue to feel that way about themselves, which is honestly something which a lot of people struggle to come to terms with, to understand that really a lot of people are doing things for their own self-perception of themselves, and that is not actually sincerity. So maybe he's giving you a bunch of money, maybe he's there for you when you need him, maybe he's, putting his life on the line to protect you, and you're his friend and you think, wow, look at this guy. But if he's doing it for himself, because a lot of people, for example, in the context of protection, they have that perception of themselves. They think, well, if I have a friend and he's attacked and I don't jump in, they feel really wrong about themselves. And so they genuinely have a perception of themselves where they would prefer to be the person that jumps in and gets stabbed instead of the person that doesn't get stabbed but survives. It's not a deep enough perception if you think about people who run away from the stabbing and just think about them, oh, they're only thinking about themselves. Well, a lot of people who jump in to get stabbed in protection of their friends, they're also thinking about themselves. This is the truth. If you actually come to realize, you can look at your own intentions when you live your life, you can look at what you do, and you can ask yourself honestly, why did I actually do that? And so if you want to have the good solution, the only good solution is to be sincere for the sake of God to do that. You think about God, you think about your own existence, and then you make your decisions as to what to do from that. So obviously you cannot do something which is forbidden by God sincerely. It's impossible. So the foundation comes from, okay, what should I do? And then you do something for the sake of God, right? That's how the intention works. Of course, somebody can suggest something to you. Maybe someone asks you for help. You weren't planning to do this, but they ask you for help. But before you do the action, your perception of it will be, okay, this is something that I'm going to do in recognition of the fact that everything I have is given to me by God, and I want to behave beautifully in a certain kind of praising of God by helping this person.